Today, my sister Jacquie and I have the pleasure of chatting with our favorite artist, Richelle Osborne. She is a three-dimensional wall sculptor, and if you aren't exactly sure what that is, you're in for a real treat today, because you're about to find out. This is my sister Jacquie, and we're about to head down to artist Richelle Osborne's studio, and we're going to do a quick interview with her.
You may remember her from the Moss Street painting.
So Richelle, thank you so much for meeting today so that we can have a little tour of your studio and see your process when you create your art. This is a real treat for me, and it's quite an honor to be here in person and especially to be invited into your space. So thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to hearing a little bit more about you and your art. And I wondered if maybe you could start with sharing a little bit of the history about how you got into creating art, and then maybe even how you've been able to successfully market it, if you want to go that far.
So basically, I owned a small restaurant just a couple blocks from here, and had been there for 18 years. We'd been featuring other people's art on the walls and had been proudly doing that when a good friend of mine suggested that we could make our own art. And I, of course, laughed at the idea and said there's no way we could do that. But he persisted, and we ended up building 10 really simple sort of color blocking pieces that we put on the wall, and lo and behold, my regular customers started to purchase those pieces.
Oh, wow.
I always say that they always had one too many glasses of wine, and then they started to fly off the walls. But anyway, and from there, it just sort of organically became something that was part of my life, and I really sort of went down the rabbit hole of making three-dimensional art, and I now have a number of different styles that I am known for, and I have since sold the restaurant. I sold, luckily, in 2020 in January, just a few,
Oh wow, yes.
couple of
Oh
months,
wow.
couple of months before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I'm now an artist full-time, and I'm in 5 or 6 galleries, somewhere along those lines.
Congratulations on having so many art in 5 different galleries.
Yeah.
Are the galleries here in Victoria?
So I'm in the Victoria Art Gallery and the Maddox Farm Art Gallery in Victoria.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But the very first gallery I got into was the gallery on Salt Spring Island called Gallery 8.
Okay.
And that is definitely going strong for me still. I'm also in a gallery in Tofino, opened by one of my former restaurant customers. So she opened a gallery, I think 3 or 4 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
Called the Tofino Gallery of Contemporary Art.
Okay.
And it's a very small space, but I've done really well with Leah McDermott there. As well, I'm in a gallery in Vancouver. I just got into that gallery last fall, and I'm doing well in Vancouver, and I'm in a gallery in Invermere.
Oh, in Invermere.
Which is a long story.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and I think I'm joining a gallery in Edmonton, which is one of the things that I'm sort of working on right now. I'm working on a plan for entering one more gallery.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
So when you're talking about all of these galleries and all of your art pieces, how many pieces are we talking about?
The gallery on Salt Spring definitely sometimes can have upward of 25 pieces.
Oh,
Some of them are just little.
Okay, yeah.
But I do a really wide range of sizes for him, because when you walk into his gallery, I have a whole wall that he features my art on.
Yes.
The other galleries, I have less pieces, between maybe 5 to 10 pieces in each of the other
This
galleries.
is a lot of art.
It's a lot of art.
Yes.
Yeah.
So no wonder you're a full-time artist now. I know we're going to see one of your large pieces later, but what is the biggest piece you've ever made?
This piece right here is 4 feet by 4 feet. I've done one piece that's in the gallery, Salt Spring Gallery. Currently, it's 5 feet square.
Okay, yeah.
But I do have a piece that is in the Arbutus Physiotherapy office on the West Shore. And I'm not sure the dimensions on that, but it is massive. In order to take on the job, we ended up making panels. So we have a grid of 4 by 9, I believe. I think that's right. Panels that make up that piece of art because it was too big to actually fit in my studio.
I'm really, really interested in where you find your inspiration, and then whatever that inspiration brings to you, is that what you decide the medium or the technique you're going to use? Or like maybe you can talk us through a little bit of that inspiration piece.
I mean, inspiration, I think the word I would use for myself is more evolution.
Oh, okay.
Because I started off doing one particular thing, and that starting point has literally led me to what I'm doing today, which I do a lot of work with wood. I'm doing wood dowels, copper, aluminum, acrylic rod, and acrylic tube. All those materials that I use have sort of led me into the different techniques that I now incorporate into my artwork.
Right.
And that was all kind of an organic evolution based on just experimenting with things that I would find in the marketplace.
Yep.
Like wood dowels. Hey, there's some wood dowels for sale. Oh, what could I do with that? And the next thing you know, I'm cutting them on an angle and building stands so that I can pour a pouring medium on top. And, you know, all of that experimentation happened along the way. And yeah, now when I'm going into a new gallery, I have all these different tricks in my magic bag. But you know, that was empty when I started, if that makes sense to you.
Yes.
It's a matter of kind of deciding from the past what I've done successfully and then incorporating that into what I want to do next, but always thinking about evolving the ideas.
Yeah, I love that. I love the evolution part of it.
Yeah.
And every piece is so absolutely unique. They're just beautiful. Jacquie had mentioned before that sometimes you focus on a series. Like, do you do that? Like a series of art and then move on to another one?
Definitely, yeah. I've been doing that recently. I think it sort of started for me when the person that originally at Blighty's had inspired me to start making art. He was really instrumental in my whole art journey. And last year he passed away from pancreatic cancer. And one of the things that happened going through that experience and starting to grieve him and the loss of him in my life was I decided to name every painting I made for 1 year after him in some way. So that became kind of more and more challenging as the months went on.
Yeah.
But I did, for example, I did a series, his name was David, and I did a series called In the Company of David.
Okay.
And it was pieces named after famous Davids. So I did Letterman, Suzuki, David Blaine. I mean, I
Super Dave Osborne.
We're waiting for Super Dave
I never
Osborne
did Super Dave Osborne, but I should have. So yeah, I think I did 16 of those all together.
That's an absolutely beautiful story, like an homage, like a yes.
Last series that I did was for the paint-in that was a couple of weeks ago, and I did the playlist series. So I'm always playing music when I'm making art. And I had 17 pieces that I had created to take to the paint-in, identifying the songs on my playlist that I really loved. And each of those pieces were named after a song that kind of kept me company while I was making them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These are great stories.
Thanks.
I love that.
I've got a lot of stories.
Yes. It's great. This is easy.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to have a look at your art that's watching this video right now, I know you have a website. Is that where they would go, to the website?
So
what would you recommend?
I mean, the website, like a lot of artists, I think websites can be easily neglected.
Right, yes.
Mine definitely is.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, really?
what I have got on my website is links to the galleries.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to my
great.
website, then you can find a gallery section.
Okay.
And that will lead you to all the
Perfect.
different galleries. And the galleries tend to have really good websites when we'll have updated imagery of what is available.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
You mentioned some commissioned orders. So does that happen through the gallery then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it can happen directly, but
Yeah.
typically, the galleries are representing me, and the client may identify with what I'm doing, but will say, hey, we need something that's a unique shape or size or colors, and then the gallery will ask me to make something for them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I really love learning the process of it too, because I wouldn't be sure about that myself. So that's wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. This is absolutely a working studio, but in a beautiful setting. It's like it's almost like your back porch, an enclosed back porch with a beautiful view of the yard and incredible light, which I'm sure you appreciate.
Amazing light.
Yeah. Can you share some of the equipment that you use? Because I see a lot of tools and stuff.
There's tools. Yeah, there's power tools, which if you knew me before I started doing this, you'd have said, this is not safe. But I have learned how to operate things. This is a bench sander. And it is something that I use to prepare the pieces that I'm using. I'm just making things square, and with the wood, I'm bringing the beauty of the wood out. These are just some drills. This is a Christmas present that I got from my husband this year. He's definitely on the program now and realizes that this is the way to my heart. So this is something that I would use to smooth out any wood that I'm using. And I just got this, which is a brad nailer. So this is something that I would use to attach frames together to make sure that my art doesn't fall apart at any point in time. Rather important. And this right here is my bandsaw, and this is where I cut all my materials. So there's a lot of hours spent getting the small pieces that I use. Sometimes hundreds and hundreds of pieces. I'm cutting them and then sanding them. So that's kind of the production line here.
Your art has gone geographically?
Definitely a piece went to Germany. I did a commission for a couple who lived in London or outside of London. I know that I have a piece or two in New York. Definitely a big piece of mine traveled to LA, which was cool, and my mom has one in Manitoba.
That's true.
The split frame.
With the split, yes.
Yeah, like this whole concept of dividing it and having it spill over the edge. I'm gonna do it for Vancouver.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. Oh my God.
Yeah,
This one is slightly like it's off center,
it is off center. Yes.
but I love it.
Very very intentionally.
Intentionally off-center, exactly.
Along with being an incredibly talented three-dimensional wall sculptor, Richelle is truly humble and down to earth. It was so very evident how much she treasured the guidance of her friend David, who provided that first spark of encouragement, but she also speaks so highly of her family and friends. I had the best time spending time with Richelle. She has the best sense of humor, and we enjoyed several fits of laughter. Her story from side hustle to full-time successful wall sculptor is the kind of story that proves what can really happen when you follow your passions.